Deb, and today I have with me Karishma set. Karishma is a student of CSE final year and she is here to share her journey because she is now placed in IBM with a very high package. Today she'll be giving you insights and all the experiences on about the on-campus placement journey and how she prepared with it all. Without much further ado, I will welcome Karishma to this session. Welcome, Karishma.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, so the first thing that I will ask you is about the strategies that you have gone through, how you strategize your placement. That is the first thing that I want to know.
Okay. So, starting with it, when I actually, I made this placement plan of mine, I didn't have a proper plan as such. So, first I went in, I researched for the best companies, I looked at their hiring processes, and I figured out all the companies mainly follow a pattern that's aptitude, then technical, then there's interview. So, keeping in mind these patterns, I started my preparations accordingly.
Okay, so how did you basically planned the entire thing about this placement?
Okay, so first, as I said, first I started with aptitude. So for the aptitude part, I started brushing on my aptitude skills. I went in, I solved books of R.S. Agarwal. Then I also solved questions on India Bix and other online platforms. That's how I strengthened my aptitude. Then for the coding part, I, first made sure my basic is strong. The language that I chose for my preparation was C++. So I made sure that, I am prepared with the basics. Then afterwards, I started on, by giving mock interviews to my professors in college. Yeah, that's how I prepared in a nutshell.
And which part of the placement did you mainly concentrate on?
I concentrated mainly on clearing a round and proceeding on to other, because as we all know, each round is a elimination round, right? So my main target was to, in every round that I'm giving in, I believe this was my last chance and I gave in my 100%. Yeah.
And according to you, what exactly the recruiters are looking for in the candidates?
Okay, the recruiters mainly want to see that drive. Okay, they actually want to see that this particular candidate wants to be a part of a company. He or she is, they have this much, they are enthusiastic, they have this enthusiasm in them. So out of this interview that I gave, the interviewer who interviewed me, basically, he mainly, he gave me situations and all of that, but mainly he checked for my confidence, that how confidently a candidate is speaking, and of course knowledge, has to be there. So yeah.
So there are many aspects,
Yes.
as you say.
Yes.
So to know it more and into more details, I would ask you about the details of the entire process from starting from the application till you got placed.
Okay, so we got the link, the registration link for IBM through our college group. We have this group, so we got the information there that IBM is coming in our college for hiring. So yes, everybody was excited. Everybody was pretty anxious as well, because it's a big MNC company, 113 years old. All right. So it started, it was mentioned there would be an online coding assessment. And after clearing that, there will be an online communication assessment. After you've cleared both, you'll have to come physically for a second online assessment and then a second communication assessment. After clearing that, you will be invited further for the interview physical.
So there were many layers.
Correct.
Not only one, but many layers.
Yes.
And everything was tested more than once.
Yes.
So what would be your strategic advice to the students of the 2026 who are going to sit for the placement next year maybe?
Okay.
So how would you guide them?
Yeah. So since, you are in 2026, so you still have time. I don't want you to make the mistakes that I did. So in the beginning, we all were very much relaxed ki, aptitude hai ho jayega. But that is the thing that requires major practice. And apart from that, coding, that though from second year itself, you have to brush up your skills. So aptitude and coding, these two things have, these are must. You should start focusing on them right now, and not to forget, choose your domain and start working on the project as fast as possible, because projects are the ones that will make you stand out, and that's what the recruiters want to see, that how are you different from the other candidate that I'm interviewing. So yes.
Okay, so coming to the focus steps that the students need to take, and from how early they should start taking those focus steps, what would be your take on that?
Yeah, you should, like what happened in my case when I entered college. First year was more of like making friends and friendships and all of that, knowing people, exploring places. From second year onwards, we started figuring out which is our track. We started choosing which thing we like the most. Some of my friends are into blockchain, some are pursuing for MBA, they have started preparing for CAT, and people have their different goals, nothing on that. But whatever is your goal, whatever you are pursuing, start as early as you can. You are enjoying with your friends and everything, but make sure you give 2 hours of your study, you put in 2 hours of your study every day. That's all.
So consistency again.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so as you say, aptitude is one of the toughest ones,
Yes.
and one of the trickiest ones as
Correct,
well.
correct.
So how did you tackle that?
Yes, as I said, just practice, practice, practice. That's all. You need to practice books. Online resources are there. There are mock assessments available, and apart from that, the grooming classes that our college held for us, both online and offline, those were also incredibly helpful for me in my aptitude journey.
You know what? When we see you people coming here, sharing your journeys, Techno India University feels so proud and so happy that so many dreams are definitely coming true, and you people are getting placed into such big places, because IBM is really a big company.
Exactly.
And it's a dream of many. So coming back, was there any unexpected question or situation that had happened, or that you faced, and how exactly you tackled them?
Okay. uh, Unexpected as in such, I would not say to me, but like there were a few of my friends during the interview. There were 2 friends who came from the same college, so they went to the same interviewer, fortunately. So when the first friend gave the interview, it went well. So when the second friend, well, the interviewer asked a tricky question to her, that who should I hire? Should I hire you, or should I hire your friend? So I think that was one of the trickiest questions I've heard as of now.
Okay, the next tricky part is the HR round.
Yes. Yes.
So often, many a times students do get very perplexed about it.
Yes.
So how did you handle that?
Yeah, HR, they give you situations, and sometimes those situations are like pretty confusing. You don't have a exact right answer to that. So I just listened, like whatever situations I got, I just listened and I calmly answered them according to how much I could feel that is right according to me. So yeah.
And coming to your domain, the technical part, what were the things that were being assessed, and how you tackled them?
Okay. IBM mainly focuses on the coding skills of the candidate mainly, and the communication skills, not to forget. So for the people who are aspiring to get placed someday, I would suggest coding. You should continue with coding, but also don't forget to brush up your communication skills as well. Yeah.
Okay. And out of all the stages of the placement drive, which one tested you the most, according to you?
Okay.
And how you tackled it, that is also very important.
Okay. I think the coding round, it was tricky. The first coding round, which was online. Okay. We got a question of a computer networking, IPv6, IPv4 addresses. And this question, when I actually saw this question, it was pretty huge. It included subnets and all of that, sub packets. But the moment I saw the question, I figured it out. This was the same question we did back in our computer networking class. So, seeing the similarity for a moment, I was very happy. And then finally I did it. So, yes. And the moment I cleared the first round, I gained that confidence that now I can just move further as well.
So the classes and the curriculum and your practice, all they helped you
Yes, they
in
did.
some way or the other.
Yes.
Maybe not how you
In
were expecting,
exactly.
but in some other way.
In unimaginable ways. Like I never expected IBM would throw a computer networking question. Okay, and that would like literally match with the ones that I'm doing in the class. So yeah.
Okay, that is really nice. And you mentioned about some mistakes that you had done, or maybe
Yes.
it happened. So I would come to that. What were those, and what the students should not do during the preparation time, or maybe in the placement, during the placement itself. What are those things that they should avoid?
Okay. The mistakes that I did, like basically they are the when I started preparing, from the first it was clear that I want to bag a good job the moment I leave this college. I knew that I'll be having a good job in my hand, but initially there were friends and everything, so I didn't. My plan started strong, but then eventually it just flowed away. Okay, and in the second year itself, I started focusing, but then there was too much distraction. Like there are so many fields. There's web development, blockchain, AI, ML. So I feel that I kind of like wasted that year more into deep exploring literally everything. So that was my take. And third year, towards when the third year started, that's when I realized that I need to prioritize my domain and start prioritizing on my skills as well. So in my third year itself, I started preparing diligently. One mistake that people do, they start coding in second year. Like in my case, it happened. I started coding, but then I just dropped. Like if there was any birthday party occasion, I simply dropped that. I missed it. I dropped the consistency, and it felt really bad. Okay, because now I see people, people who started the same day with me, but they are till now consistent. So I feel bad about that.
Okay, so consistency again.
Yes.
So that is how you tell, that is what should be done. Being consistent is one of the key factors, as we have repeatedly seen. So, and another thing, which is, did you find any recurring theme or recurring questions or patterns, maybe, that the interviewers or maybe the recruiters were seeing for?
Yes. The online like the coding assessment that I had physically, after clearing the online coding and the online communication round, there we had questions of stack, queues, arrays, strings. So this is something which is common in mostly all the companies. So these are the topics that a person should be aware of and should strengthen beforehand, because further when they'll deep dive into tree graphs and all those tough algorithms, they are going to face problems. So the basics should be clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the core concepts or the subject areas that you would suggest to mainly focus on?
Yeah, the core subjects that I would suggest, start with DBMS, computer networking, operating system, object oriented programming. Basically all these subjects are taught in our curriculum, so I would suggest when you have them as your semester subjects, prepare them then and there, so that you don't have to prepare them afterwards. So this is one thing you can do.
And the resources and the platforms that they can basically rely on for their academics or maybe for the placement.
Yeah, so the god website that we all know, it's Geeks for Geeks, that comes number one. And then there are many YouTube channels, playlists, and Prep Insta also. These are the websites that helped me in my journey. Yeah.
And in your view, what are the elements of your profile, or maybe anybody who is presenting himself or herself, what are the profile elements that basically the recruiters see?
Okay. So the profile elements, the recruiter first sees how clearly you can communicate with them, how clear you are in presenting yourself, your answers. And secondly, when they give you a situation or they put you in a situation, so how confidently you are coming back. Okay, how confidently you are making a comeback. So yeah, these are the two things that mainly they see.
What I understand from your answers, confidence is one of the main keys.
Yes,
Like
definitely.
whatever we do and whatever we say, we have to be really very confident. And coming to this confidence part, what about the grooming part and the grooming lessons that you people have got? how much they have helped you with the confidence boost up. And I suppose that facing something for the first time is really difficult.
Yes, definitely.
No matter how good we are always in a shaky position.
Correct.
So how exactly you were so much confident? What was the reason behind that? I would ask.
Okay, I would like to share an experience that the day we had the online, the physical coding assessment for IBM, the same day after that we had a English round where we had to type an essay in about 350 words and we were given 5 minutes around. So the moment you are going to like give that exam, then you'll get to know whether you are eligible for the interview or not. So when I got to know that I am eligible for the interview, which was for the next day, so I called my professor, Joyanto sir, and I just said him, sir, I have my interview tomorrow. I don't know what to do. I know I really need to talk to you. And he was taking his class. After his class finished, we sat and he literally took a mock interview of mine. And whatever he had asked me in that interview, like trust me, the same questions the IBM interviewer asked me, and I was like astonished. It was good for me because I already knew the answers. Sir had corrected me already. So yeah, this was something like very unexpected.
Okay, so for that part, you would definitely suggest the placement and grooming classes.
Yes.
And the teams that have really worked for you all.
Yes.
And coming to the other clubs like coding clubs, were you part of them, and did you participate in hackathons or something like that?
Yes, I participated in the the contests, the hackathons. I even participated in debate competitions and all that. So yes, it was fun. And these, by participating in these competition, you gain confidence on yourself. You realize that yes, I'm also good in this, and you get an extra edge. Plus you meet other people, you network with them. So yeah, you should also like not just academics, but you should also focus on co-curricular as well.
Yes, definitely. So that is how we boost our confidence and we
Exactly.
build our characters beyond just academics. And with the final year, so many things going on, your studies, your academics, or everything going on, how did you manage your studies, like curriculum studies and the placement preparation simultaneously?
Okay, so I'm not a good of a time management person, but I believe when situations and things come your way, you automatically become a good time management person. So that is what happened with me. When we had this exam, we also had our ESA exam coming up, the end semester examinations. So I had to figure out, I had to prioritize it. I had to I, as I told you, that I was inconsistent for a while. Okay, I used to code one day and another day I used to skip. So when all of these things came, I realized that I cannot make the same mistake again. So I had to continue. I went to college in the morning. Then I came back. Then I sat with my laptop. I did coding. I gave hackathons. So yes, it was pretty stressful for a while, but yes, it was worth it because I'm sitting here.
Exactly so, because we do not lose until we are trying.
Correct.
So doesn't matter when we start, but it is important that we start.
Yes. And we should continue doing that. We should
Yes.
not just start
Yes.
and leave it behind.
Yes, exactly. We should be consistent with it.
Yes.
Coming to your campus life, how did your peers and campus environment influence you into your growth?
Okay. So first of all, I'm very thankful that I came into this college, because then I would never would have realized my potential. I made friends. I got to know some amazing professors and I got mentored by them. Apart from that, I participated in so many fests and hackathons. So overall, the Karishma that you're seeing here, college has played a major role in shaping her today. The Karishma is sitting here.
Definitely. So beyond academics, so Karishma, what are the things that you like?
I like horror, thriller, crime movies. I like Taylor Swift. I'm a big fan of hers. I like reading books. Yeah. These are my hobbies.
And were you part of the various cultural clubs that we have?
I participated in their events.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I even watched their dramas. The theater plays that they did. Yeah.
And with Karishma, we do have our very two other talented persons, who are basically Kothakuli and showmen.
Yes, ma'am.
They are here today to present a very beautiful song, and the stage is all yours.
Okay, let's start. O Jemane না মানা, ও যে মানে না মানা, আখি ফিরাইলে বলে না না না, ও যে মানে না মানা। যত বলি নাই রাতি, মলিন হয়েছে বাতি, যত বলি নাই রাতি, মলিন হয়েছে বাতি, মুখ পানে চেয়ে বলে না না না, ও যে মানে না মানা। বিধুর বিকল হয়ে খেপা পবনে ফাগুন করেছে হাহা ফুলের বনে। আমি যত বলি তবে এবার যে যেতে হবে, আমি যত বলি তবে এবার যে যেতে হবে, দুয়ারে দাঁড়ায় বলে না না না, ও যে মানে না মানা, ও যে মানে না মানা, আখি ফিরাইলে বলে না না না, ও যে মানে না মানা।
রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীত বোধহয় আমাদের জীবনের প্রত্যেকটা পার্ট, প্রত্যেকটা এন্ডে রয়েছে, তাই না? আর প্রত্যেকটা রবীন্দ্রসঙ্গীতের সাথে সাথেই আমরা একটা অন্যই জায়গাতে পৌঁছে যাই।
হ্যাঁ, একদম।
আচ্ছা, কথাগুলির কাছে আগে প্রথমে আসি। কথাগুলি, তুমি কোন ইয়েতে আছো? কোন
আমি
stream এ?
ফার্স্ট ইয়ার বিটেক সিএসসি।
আচ্ছা, আর এই যে গানের প্রতি তোমার ভালোবাসা, সেটা কোথা থেকে?
আমি ছোটবেলায় মানে গান করতে একদমই পারতাম না, সেটা কেউ বিশ্বাস করবে না এখন মনে হয়।
আমি করবেই না, এত সুন্দর গান শুনে আর কেউ কি সেটা বিশ্বাস করবে?
আমি একদমই গান পছন্দ করতাম না, তো আমার বাবা আমাকে জোর করে ধরে ধরে গান শেখান। এবার আমি এখন সৌম্যজিৎ সৌরেন্দ্র একাডেমি অফ মিউজিকে শিখছি, তো ওইটাই আর কি জার্নি। আর আমার ফেভারিট হচ্ছে শ্রেয়া ঘোষাল, অরিজিৎ সিং অ্যান্ড টেলর সুইফট।
অনেকগুলো টেলর সুইফট ফ্যান্স আজকে আমাদের সাথে। আর তুমি সিন্স এত বড় বড় জায়গায় শিখছো, এত দিন ধরে শিখছো, তোমার বাবারও এত ইচ্ছা, তুমি কি এটাকে ক্যারিয়ার হিসাবে পার্সিউ করতে চাও?
আমি ক্যারিয়ার হিসেবে এটাকে পার্সিউ করতে চাই, আমি প্রফেশনাল সিঙ্গার হতে চাই, কিন্তু মানে এখানে ঢুকে গেছে, এখানে পড়তে তো হবে।
তা তো পড়তে হবেই, তা তো পড়তে হবে, কিন্তু আশা করছি যে তোমার সুন্দর সুন্দর প্রোগ্রামগুলোও আমরা দেখতে পারবো, শুনতে পারবো। সো ওয়েন কামিং টু ইউ, তোমার ইন্সপিরেশন কোথা থেকে?
আমার ইন্সপিরেশন হচ্ছে অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমার দাদার কাছ থেকে। তো আমি যখন ছোটো ছিলাম আমার দাদা গিটার বাজাতো, তো আমার ওখান থেকে দাদাকে দেখে পরে আমার শিখতে মন যায়। অ্যান্ড দেন আমি বাড়িতে আর কি বলি যে আমিও শিখবো। তো অ্যান্ড দেন আমাকে আমার আই গেস 13th বার্থডেতে আমাকে একটা বাবা গিটার গিফট করে। অ্যান্ড দেন আমি গিটার লেসেন্স নেওয়া শুরু করি, অ্যান্ড দেন ওখান থেকেই আমার জার্নি শুরু হয়। অ্যান্ড দেন আস্তে আস্তে আফটার লার্নিং অ্যান ইনস্ট্রুমেন্ট আমি তারপরে সিঙ্গিং, আই থট দ্যাট যে আই শুড পারসিউ সিঙ্গিং টু। তো তারপরে জাস্ট ওভাবেই আমি জাস্ট কন্টিনিউ করতে করতে অ্যান্ড দেন আই অলসো পারসিউড ইন প্রোডাকশন ফিল্ডস অ্যান্ড এভরিথিং। অ্যান্ড
তো তুমি অলরেডি অনেকটা প্রফেশনাল এন্ডে চলে গেছো, তো আমরা কবে তোমার শো দেখতে পাচ্ছি? কথা বলি তো এখন বললো পড়াশোনা করবে, একটু সময় হয়তো লাগতে পারে, তোমারটা কবে জানতে পারবো?
যত তাড়াতাড়ি টেকনো ইন্ডিয়া আশীর্বাদ আমার মাথায় থাকবে।
সেটা সবসময়ই আছে। Definitely, it was really nice. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Okay, coming to you now.
Yes.
Okay, so as you were talking about projects, and another part about this is the internship, and the thing that I would like you to share is basically, when should the students start preparing for internships? Because as they say, internships are your first hand exposure to any industry
Yes.
or any company. So when should the students start that?
Well, basically, there is no particular time to start any internship. The moment, a student should focus on sharpening their skills. I would like to mention GitHub here. Okay, whatever projects you're doing, whatever project you're working upon, be any tech stack or whatever, showcase it. Okay, post it on LinkedIn, post it on GitHub. Let people see what you're doing. And the moment your works get exposure, so automatically people are going to come to you. They are going to come to you and ask whether you want to intern in our company. Like, that's what happened with me. I post all my projects and everything on GitHub. So I got this, like a community organization approached me whether I want to intern with them. So this was my experience, that how important it is that whatever you're doing, make sure that it is visible. Even if recruiters are coming to see your profile, they're going to see how capable you are by looking at your works. So
Okay, so projects and internships,
Yes.
both of them, they have a very good impact.
yes,
And not only that, it is about showcasing yourself as well.
absolutely.
And with that, I'll come to your CV. Like, what are the points to mention in your CV or resume that that initially sparks that no, this is the candidate I need in my company? Because a CV is something that a person perceives.
Exactly. It
before
represents
in.
you.
Exactly. So what are those?
First of all, representing yourself in a piece of paper, huge task. Okay, you have to put in everything: your projects, your experiences, your CGPA, plus your skills, your interests, everything. I would suggest make good projects and mention them properly in your CV, because I've seen people, they mention projects but they don't mention how that project is unique, or where exactly their main key unique idea lies. So whatever projects you're making, make sure you mention it properly, highlight your skills, and yes, and do a few internships so that you can add in your resume, because internships do play a impact in your entire resume. When a person sees it, they figure it out that yes, you are capable. So yes, internships, projects, skills, all these you need to mention and highlight properly. Yes.
And certain keywords as well.
Yes, certain
The
keywords. Yes.
Okay. And coming to your choice of career, did you ever think of pursuing higher studies?
Okay, the moment I came into this college, I was pretty sure that I want to work first. I want to get placed in a good company first. So higher studies, it didn't really come to my mind. But few of my friends, I saw them, they were very diligent when they were preparing for their higher studies. One of them preparing for CAT, one of them preparing for GATE, and they started from first year itself. They were so serious. Like, we used to drop our plans and hang out with friends, but they didn't. So I saw this much seriousness in them.
Okay, so do you have any plans of doing that with your job, or maybe after getting some of the experiences?
Maybe, but right now, my main focus is gaining work experience as of now.
Okay, so coming to your family part, how did they react when they first heard that you are placed?
Okay, so basically, I was out for some work, and my friend called me already came in the college group. I was not aware. So one of my friends called me and he said check it. And I saw, and I was so happy. And the moment I called my mother, she literally, she was in tears, because she was emotionally so overwhelmed, because I'm the eldest daughter. I have 2 younger brother and sister. Okay, they were also happy, but my mother was on cloud 9, super happy.
And coming to your contribution to this society, since our surroundings, they do have very good impact on us, so we can succeed.
Correct.
So what would be your contribution to this society?
Okay, even in my college life, I made, I actually made projects I solved problems that I faced, and I converted them into projects, and so that this next time a person faces the same problem, he or she has access to my project, they can solve their problem. So accordingly, as I'm going to step into this corporate world, I want to basically solve a real life problem, a real life a problem that a person is facing, so that I can help them in both ways. I can contribute to the society as well, and the people, the world will become like a better place. Yeah.
That's really nice of yours. And as I always ask at the end, like, what would be your advice to your juniors? Maybe who is struggling with a choice, maybe who is struggling with the balancing the academics and the placement, or maybe somebody who is just roaming around to explore what to do. So, what would be your advice to them regarding how they can stay motivated, how they can navigate themselves, and maybe someday they become the happiest person?
Correct. So trust me, we all have been in that same place. The stress, the struggle, the endless nights, you're preparing, you're doing sums, you're coding, but nothing is happening. We all have been there. And trust me, it is just a phase. It will pass on. The one thing that you need to do is never lose hope. Just stick to that and keep on doing it irrespective of it showing results, because sooner or later you will get what you deserve. Don't worry about that. Just keep doing what you're doing. Yes, start early, but don't stop, because consistency is the key. Yes, so that's all from my side.
Thank you so much for joining us, and your words were so inspiring, so insightful. I think the viewers, the students, they have gained much about this, not only the placement journey, but about the views that they should have about this placement journey. And to the viewers, as I always say, that you should never stop dreaming. You should never stop at any point. As she said, start early and be consistent. That is the only key that we have. And thank you so much for joining us in, and stay tuned with us for more such insightful and happy videos where the students come and they share their ideas and thoughts. And also there is a program regarding Rabindranath Tagore, which is coming up on 15th and 15th May at 6 p.m. So we are all looking forward to your presence in that program. So thank you so much. Take care and goodbye.